welcome to the Ghana Volleyball Federation playoffs. And we're in the Serie A games. We're having team supporters and OBB, but hey, where are my manners? A very lovely evening to you.
Very lovely evening to you, Ali.
I'm with Ali. My name is Alan, and well, we've not had this encounter before, but yeah, it's volleyball.
Very happy to be in the commentary box with you today.
Yes, and you who's watching, a lovely evening to you, to our dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Assalamu alaikum.
We are coming to you live from the old Kampala Arena, and that's along Namirembe Road. And don't you forget, this is match day 1 of the Uganda National Volleyball League playoffs, and we are about to witness a clash between the Sporters ladies, and that's from Zambia, versus the OBB ladies. You can call them the Crazy Queens, and they come all the way from Iganga. That's in the eastern part of Uganda.
Well, we expect a very splendid game this evening. The teams that are well matched for starters. I don't know where it's going to go. It's anyone's game right now. And if you're just joining us, it's just starting out. You've not missed anything. We are having the teams about to let us know who's starting first, the first 6.
And now, of course, we look at Sporters coming into the clash as table leaders. They are at the table summit, and they face OBB, who are 4th on the log. And of course, we are into the playoffs, so very many teams got their holidays early enough.
Yes.
And now it's only these 4 teams that are going to be tussling it out. And the other 2 teams are Ndeje and
we have KCCA.
Ndeje and KCCA, who are 2nd on the table.
Well, you expect very powerful names. I'm looking at the ones on that is Sporters, the Sporters team.
Yeah, that's the Sporters team.
The women, we do have...
Oh, wait.
It's OBB.
That's the OBB team.
OBB ladies, we have Magole Faith, Monda, we have Ikiring, Sandra, we have Lamoro, Jemima, Kavunane, Olivia, we do have Maureen, Mwawula.
Maureen.
Yes, and thank you for that one. Kirabo, Praise, we have Akanyo Agnes, Chelun, Hadija, Achan Olivia, Namwanje, Victoria, Otin, Hadija, Chebet, Nancy, and Libero, or Libro. We do have Asio Violet and Akaret Grace.
That's quite an interesting team right there. And looking at the Sporters team, we have Akiteng Dorin, Higiro Laureta, Kalanzi, Shamra, Tino Catherine, Tuesime Comfort, Akankunda Hillary, Kamachoro Renata, Tumukunde Doreta, Akanyo Agnes coming again.
Well, that is the senior Akanyo Agnes.
That's the senior Akanyo Agnes, of course.
Well, on OBB we do have the junior one, so don't get confused. It's not
Definitely.
the same person.
And now we also have Tumwebaze Esther and Nunji Saidat. For the libero, we shall have Musubika Patricia or Ayoza Pasca coming on 1 at Ego. And for the coaches, we have Damulila Marik heading the coaches, Warren Mohanji assisting there, Mugisha Benon and Magom Julius coming as a therapist, and Aisha Kebirunji as the medical part of the team.
Well, for OBB, you have the old coach Soitas, Protas, Joe, and his assistant coach, Obek Nicholas.
Obek Nicholas. Quite a brilliant gentleman right there on the OBB technical bench.
Well, you could say that, but like I said, old is gold, or the old broom, like it says, sweeps all corners. So you can expect they know what they're doing. Well, it says it. If they're just 2 compared to the many numbers, it says, damn, they've got potential.
Definitely. They are one of those names we've had around volleyball circles for a while now.
Very
and
long
they have
time.
fought with the OBB ladies straight from their series, from the lower series. And now here they are. They are first season in the Serie A, and they are playing in the playoffs. How great is that?
It's been an amazing journey for OBB ladies. We saw them start from scratch. That's why they say you have to build from zero. And they are growing. And to think that just in the next season that they move to the next level, they are in the finals, it says a lot. The sky is the limit, definitely.
Don't you forget they beat Sporters late last year in Iganga to win the national club championships. And now they have a ticket to represent Uganda at the continental stage. That's a big one for a team that's coming from down.
It definitely means that this journey for them is not going to stop. It's going to keep going. And by the time they make it across Uganda to the other side, that means the more you travel, the more exposure you get. As they get to play other teams, they'll pick that experience and bring it back home here, and definitely they'll give all the other teams a very, very hard game and big challenges when it comes to all the games they'll be, partaking in.
Of course, they are a team of young players, and you talked about Akiteng Dorin being one of those most disciplined players that are in the league. And of course, when it comes to ladies volleyball, we see they play with a bit of emotions and all that, but pointing out a player and say that one stands out as one of the most disciplined, it takes so much.
Well, I don't know if you're talking about Akiteng Junior or Akiteng Senior.
I'll talk about the junior.
The junior. Oh, well, speaking about the junior Akiteng, she was called to the national team.
Definitely.
That is She Cranes, and yes, for you to make it to the national team, it takes discipline, it takes game. Yes, because the two move hand in hand for you to be successful in any sport, not just volleyball.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get the game underway. And that's the referee right over there with the first whistle of the match. And it's OBB with the first service.
Oh my
there
God.
You go. They
and
go
we have
straight.
Comfort giving that point, getting it for the ladies of Spotters. Unfortunately, OBB couldn't pick up that ball, but the game is young.
A very brilliant advantage, taking the first point of the match. How can they pay back? And that's for OBB.
Well,
nice
the libero gets to pick up that for... Oh, boy.
It goes wide from Olivia.
That was a careless attack.
It was a careless one.
But
reckless.
I think they're still cold.
They're still cold, and they'll have to warm up as quick as possible.
You know, that aura is nerves when you start a game, or, when you're starting fresh at the moment.
Both teams have met multiple times in the regular season, and
finally
has come out from the encounters as Spotters has managed to take a point home.
Well, Spotters has the experience part. You can look away from that. They've played longer together compared to these young girls. I don't want to say OBB are young, yeah, despite the buys, but they still have a journey to go, and I think they'll get there. We're getting a service for OBB. Comfort makes to make it through the set, and OBB goes across, and it's not yet
nice
a point.
Reflex.
Comfort is blocked. Point to OBB.
That was a nice save by Dorin. I wonder how they didn't make it count for themselves.
Well,
and you can see Coach Malik trying to talk to Akiteng.
the service goes long and wide from OBB, so giving Spotters a lead with 3 against OBB's 2 points.
Spotters started on the better foot of the game, and they are still ahead. OBB don't seem to be giving up anytime soon.
The game is young, so I guess they still have room to, warm up.
Definitely.
Wow, what an attack. That is a beautiful attack from Praise of OBB, getting a point for them. Unfortunately, it went long and without finding hands.
A wide and reckless attack once again.
Well, I saw that. I thought I had a touch, I thought he had a touch on it. Well, Comfort is still serving. And someone went fishing into the nets, and the point goes to OBB.
And it will be a side out for Spotters, who will now be on the receiving end of the court.
It's just amazing how ladies play. The energy they put in,
Energy.
Yes. Because watch how she's going to serve that ball.
That's it. And she goes wide again.
The energy, I think, is too much.
Energy is too much, definitely. OBB are yet to serve a ball on court.
Akanyo Agnes failed to put that one on court. But, well, there's that saying that if you can't serve, you can't play, you can't win.
Definitely.
But, like I said, the game is still too young. And Sporters teaches them how to serve. We do have praise attack, that one for OBB. She fisted it into the OBB corner and whoopsie daisies.
That was a nice block. Goes out.
Well, I can say they all are matching energy-wise. They're not yet up there. We're not yet getting the oomph. The attacks are still light. The services are still long and wide and out.
I like to think both teams have matched up energies. No team feels intimidated by the other, despite Sporters being in the Serie A for a while now.
And there goes Nunji. Almost missing it, but somehow it worked for her. She made the point. Well, OBB is behind, and Sporters is ahead by 6 points to 4.
OBB are trailing at the moment. That's a good reception by Asio Violet. Another one by Patricia. Now we have Olivia.
Whoa. Now
Very
there goes the Nunja, You give her that center ball, she'll kill it for you.
Nunji side that for you. She is yet to get the national team call.
Well, I think they made a call already. But I think by the time they make the call, they've seen how you're playing the season. Maybe she has not yet grown into her family, because knowing her previous game, it was A. Right now, it's not yet there. Oh, my God.
It was an attempt to dump, and it failed.
When you're dumping, I've been told you always have to look at where the opponent is before you go for that
Before
ball.
you place the ball.
Exactly. So it's not really wise to place that ball without seeing where you want to put that ball, because your opponent definitely has a lead ahead of you. She's watching you.
It already sounds like something you have to meditate a lot about before executing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Turning out to be a hard game.
Hadija has failed to jump up and get that ball across.
And there we go. OBB call for the first time out of the game.
Well, as they are only at 4 and Sportis is leading at 9, so it explains why they need that timeout. But, well, looking at the game so far, what do you think?
So far, the game is... I would want to look at it as a balanced game as of now. Though OBB are yet to put on court any serious attack as of yet. But then Sporters are up on the hill. They want to take the game. You can tell by the energy they really want this.
They came for it.
They came for it. It's going to be their first time taking the league, if they do, in the end. So that tells you how much they want this. They've been around in the league for some time now, and I think it's high time they took the league.
If they want it, they'll take it. But let's see how the game goes this time. It's the first playoff for them. They have 2 more encounters. Well, it's a service for Sporters. OBB receives not so well, but they managed to make a good attack out of it. Good
Nice
defense from
reflexes by
OBB.
Violet.
Oh, my God.
That was a nice try, but it lacked the right effort to get the ball back in the air. And now
Well,
OBB will go for a side out.
It's placement for me. Watch where you're placing yourself for defense, because there's that drill you do when you're training where when someone receives or attacks, there should be another person to be able to pick up that ball.
Be able to pick up the ball.
Oh, my
That
God.
was a bit of too much energy.
Chirabo. She's angry, but she needs to see her court and know where she's putting her ball.
She really needs to get herself together.
Anise. Service for Sporters. Nice pick. Praise again at it. Will she get a point for it? Unfortunately.
That was a
Oh
slow
my
move by
God.
Olivia.
Yes.
She really needed to be a bit faster.
You'd expect with her height she'd pick that up.
Why wouldn't she?
Now she's been pulled out. I think the coach is seeing what I'm seeing. Yes. I think it was the right call.
Definitely. We shall have a feel of new energy on the OBB court. And now we have a new setter who happens to be the OBB ladies captain.
And we've just gotten
Akiring.
yes, Akiring on court.
Nice service by Renata.
And it's a good reception by the libero of OBB. Woo! Good attack there. Picked by Comfort and oopsie daisies.
Another failed try by OBB. They really have to work on their court cover at the moment.
It's the positioning, yes.
They are not covering so well, and that's going to go a long way in hurting them. They are trailing by 9 points.
Okay, that is communication. The communication between Hadija and Sandra has failed. Well, I don't think it's OBB's moment right now. Oh, Chebet is out. So we're having all the young players in somehow.
Now we have new energy.
And here we go. And it's a point. Yes, like that.
For them by Akiring.
Sandra.
Team captain doing captain moves at the moment. She really needed to step up for her girls.
Yes. I think they need someone to keep pushing the energy right now.
Now spotters are in a side out, waiting to receive.
Well, it wasn't a good reception. Comfort comes in and it's 4 balls for her. Unfortunately for her.
It was a nice pipe attempt.
No, the ball was low for her.
Was low, but then the motive was right. She had all the right intentions to kill that. Side that.
It's a good defense from OBB. On, so on. And OBB, they've got the eyes and they've gotten the points. Giving them.
They look to be getting back into the game.
Half kilo right now.
This is what they want. These are half kilo, of course.
Of 7 points to Spotters is 14.
14. They still have a long way to go, but it's never too late. Unless you start to do that.
Bad services. You can't win a game when you can't serve.
Definitely. That's the first.
Exactly.
The first point of offense. That happens in your service. If you can't serve, it's going to be a long way getting that ball.
Oh.
What was going on with Violet? Wow.
The ball was running and she decided to help her make the point for them. Isn't it like scoring yourself?
We'd say that's an own goal.
Exactly. Well, it's Spotter serving again and OBB to receive the ball. The pick is okay. Patricia is there to pick the rebound. Comfort comes swinging hard.
The right energy and the right direction for that ball. You surely had to make a kill out of that.
Well, OBB is trailing so far behind in this first set.
They are 10 points behind. And this is a game they will really want to win.
Hadija goes, but it wasn't a good attack. Comfort comes in.
It was a 4 balls.
And the point goes to OBB. Well, I think the energy is up, but unfortunately they've started a little bit too late.
Yeah.
But it's a girls' game. You can't say anything right now. Girls' game's just done in a flip of a second. Service is on for OBB. Comfort is back at it again. Whoa!
It was a nice goal.
It's a reflected ball. Comfort is back. Dumps the ball. She's picked. OBB tries. Dumps. No. Sin. Whoopsie daisies. Nunji.
As I died for you.
Blocks but forcibly makes that point.
She saw the blocks and tried to utilize them, and it paid off.
Oh, trust that girl. She's small, but her energy, damn, you think she has like 20 muscles in one arm. Well, it's Nunji serving. Obi manages to pick up. Well, the ball is not killed. Comfort tries. The ball is still up.
OBB picked up that point, but they will want to work on their communication. We've seen a lot of collisions on their side of the court.
I think
they will really need to work on their communication.
They need to settle in the game. I don't feel like they've settled yet. OBB serving. I think it was a very hot serve. It has been a countered hot attack from Comfort. Man, she's really doing a great job in this game, in this set right now.
You'd look at her as one of those players that have stood out so far in the game.
Well,
she has raised her arm up and she's making the moves.
She's really come from far, from senior 6 out of school into the under 18, and now she's in club volleyball and onto the national team, the She Cranes. That says a great deal about her, the discipline, the love for the game, and the skill. And I think we are yet to see a lot more of her.
Definitely, she's quite a player to look out for.
Yes. It's a timeout for OBB as they have 9 points.
That's the second timeout of the game for OBB.
9 for OBB and
20 for Spotters.
Wow. I think we know where this set is right now.
Yeah, definitely. You know where it is going. You can already tell. 5 points to go and the other has 16 points to win the set. That's a long difference.
It's a very long one. Unless this guy is choose to just sit on court. I don't see it changing anyway.
I really don't see it changing either. And Spotters technical teams seem to already be seeing a bit of loopholes in their team from the counseling they've been giving to the girls in the timeout.
Yeah. Well, I hope Coach Soitas and Obek know what to change in the next set, because this one is a goner.
Well, Comfort goes out.
Are they just trying to look for the hands? Because the fingers.
I think she got a bit comfortable. She didn't.
Are you trying to rhyme with her name now?
I think she got a little bit comfortable with that, and she would have chosen a different way to play that ball.
True. Service for OBB.
That was
it's
a floater.
Good, beautiful service. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It was a brilliant one.
Very.
She went with all the energy and just had to pull it down.
But the angle that she took it at, that was just awesome.
She did calm down at the right moment. Now we have Comfort in service for Spotters, who are ahead by 11 points.
10.
That's a very huge margin to catch up.
Praise tried to attack. It was a trial.
And she goes wide. And that's a Kankunda Hillary.
Oh yeah, Hillary Well was also on the under...
Under 18?
No. She played for another club. She played for another club some years back.
And now we have OBB once again in the service.
Oh my God.
That's an S. A first we've seen for the game.
Could not communicate with her colleague. That is Hillary on who should pick that ball.
And it landed just between the two players.
Oh
they
yeah,
really had enough time.
My history is back. Hillary was on the under 18 team.
The under 18 team.
Yes, she was. She was on the under 18 team.
Another service.
And finally, Patricia picks that ball. My God, a good serve from OBB. Will they make a point out of it? It's a free ball. Picked well by Spotters.
Spotters will have to utilize this. Oh, they
And
failed.
gone out.
Just went wide. 13-21 is the score.
Yes, anything can happen in this game. Depending on who will make it to 25 first.
Do Spotters really need to call for that timeout? Was it
Um,
unnecessary action by Coach Malik Damulida?
Well, I think it was a good call or timeout to pull the opponent down because they were picking up. You see, OBB has been picking up the last few points. So to pull them down, it's only right that he makes that call and his team gets to finish this set in a wrap. Other than that, if he doesn't, they might continue and
Might continue and
before you know it,
it's now a leveled game.
Exactly. So you need to pull your opponent down before they stand. When you see them crawling, keep them down, you know? Yeah, when they start staggering, you're like, no, back down there. So let's call a timeout. Now let's see if it really worked.
And let's see how the timeout works out.
Is serving. It's a good serve.
Nice reception by OBB.
Praise tries to attack. She's blocked.
Nice backcourt.
Oh my God.
And it's a point for OBB.
It's a block out.
It's a block out. Wow, what a call by the referee.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, see at the angle we are seated, there's some things you might not see. It's another service for
But
OBB.
judging from the celebration, I really thought it was a point for Spotters.
No, in volleyball you have to celebrate even the loss. Okay, that dump was not well planned.
Setter is off.
Woo-wee!
It's a nice block.
That's a beautiful block.
The Crazy Queens seem to be getting their game together.
And what I said, when your enemy is crawling, put them down. But now, Spotter seems to be failing to put them down. They're picking their momentum, and they're moving steadily but forward. It's OBB serving. It's a beautiful service again. Well picked.
Setter is off again.
And Praise goes for it. She just passes that ball over.
It's a nice attempt by OBB, but they failed to
Finally
make that count
takes
for them.
it.
And now we have Spotters back into the serving position with Tumwebaze Esther. Let's see where she directs her ball. She goes into position 6, and it pays out for her.
Okay, what I'm saying on the Spotters is Renata and Comfort have history, having been Renata, Hillary, and Comfort, having been on the under-18
And the
team,
under 18.
have chemistry. So it makes it a lot easier for them to play together and have their game going.
And I like their bond with their setter, Kiteng Doring. I mean, few players would adjust that fast with a new setter.
That is true.
And now we have Tumwebaze Esther still in the service for Spotters against OBB, who are in a side out and are trailing. They are at 15 points with Spotters.
Well, looking at how the game is going so far, you could say set 2 is going to be more powerful and more dramatic because Dame, they were at 7 and how many? And now it's 15, 23. That is a long way for OBB, and clearly they're telling us, come the next set, we are now warm enough.
In for it.
Oh, yeah. I will take you head on. Service for Spotters.
They will need to win the second set if they are to stay any closer to winning the game of the day. That's out.
Put that ball outside. Well, it looked like it was on the line from my angle.
It was out.
Oh, boy.
OBB at 16 against Spotters is 23 points.
Well, they've tried.
Spotters needs only 2 points to seal the set.
Yeah. OBB serves. It's a beautiful service. Renata goes for it.
It's a 4 balls.
Oh, yeah. And the point goes to OBB.
They are coming.
Steady progress.
They are coming. Steady progress. 1 point at a time, but it's surely paying off.
Well, OBB still serving. Curry goes for it. Oh my God, what a beautiful dam. Oh my God. Magole Faith.
Faith
Oh,
Magole.
so beautiful.
Formerly with Dandeje Elites and now with Spotters.
I think that goes some maturity. Or experience, if you like.
That was, of course, that was experience.
Not maturity.
Not maturity.
Well, I think when you have experience, it comes with maturity.
It comes with maturity.
Hey.
It works hand in hand. Another timeout for Spotters, who seem to be getting out of hand.
Well, it's really beautiful to see someone start from zero. You know, they weren't steady, but they're getting steady and they're getting there. So OBB is a team you need to like really watch out for. Like,
definitely.
How does someone lead you by 10, 11 points and you're still, you know, chasing and fighting? That fighting spirit is what I think everyone needs.
And now we look at some of their players still on the bench. We talk of Zeta Jessica Kaidu. He's on the bench for them. And we also have, that's Maureen Mwamula. She's also still on the bench.
Wow.
So we look at OBB as steadily growing into the game.
Yeah.
And now we have Spotters serving the set point.
And Renata is serving.
Have Renata in service. And OBB will have to utilize this side out if they are to get back into the game.
Oh my God.
Nice attempt. And it's a dump.
Patricia
was a bit slow for that.
No,
she really
went
needed
down before the ball and she couldn't drag her body to pick that ball.
Actually, thought she was going for the pancake, but then she
Except volleyball is blood and sweat. She just didn't put her blood and sweat down there. She didn't pour it down there and pick the ball. OBB serving.
OBB still dragging on. They are looking for that 20-point mark.
A nice drop of a serve. Nonji is
there
blocked.
we go. They have reached the 20-point mark from trailing by 10 points.
That is a fighting team, man.
From 10 points down, they have 4 points to catch up.
Well, Chirabo is still in the service box and serving right now.
Service by Chirabo. Nice set by Akiteng.
Comfort comes
That's
in
wide.
and goes.
It goes out.
All the way back to Barrera. Okay.
Wow, what a turn of events. And now we have setter Doreen Akiteng coming out for Akanyo Agnes.
And Renata going out.
Arenda going out for Higiro Lorette. And now we have Higiro as the new setter of the Spotters. Higiro just number 3. Now Spotters will have to utilize this free ball. And there we go. It's on. Spotters take the first set of the day. They are ahead. They win this by 25-21. But that was a brilliant chase by OBB. Coming from 10 points down to chase down the score and lose by only 4 points. It was a heavy and large margin for them. But somehow they tried and managed to close in the gap. Though they failed to win the first set of the game, that was a sign that they are up for the challenge and they are taking on Spotters, a side that is leading the table. They came into the playoffs as table leaders and they are still up in the challenge. They really want to win this season. They really want to win the league season, and it will be their first time winning the Serie A National Volleyball League trophy, and that's for Spotters.
Well, it's 1-0 for now. We are yet to see who's taking the next set. But I can say there's a lot that is going to happen. Knowing that OBB came in the game a little too late, but it's not yet done. It's just starting. Just one set done. Let's see how the next set goes, but I'm sure it's more energy and definitely a better game than what we've watched.
Is it safe to say Coach Obek and Soita are cooking? Ladies and gentlemen, it's still the National Volleyball League playoffs for the 2022-23 season. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get back for the second set of the Women's Serie A clash in the first game of the playoffs.
And looking at it, OBB are fast on court, clearly showing you they are still warm and they still want to use the previous energy they had as they're closing off that set. Well, I'm anticipating that it will be a far better.
A far different game for OBB.
Yes.
Definitely, they want this more, and body language clearly shows that.
But if they're going to make any changes in terms of scores for OBB, they need to really work on their opponents. When you look at the likes of Comfort, Renata, Nunji, the way they have played the previous set, I mean, they need to make sure they man them down if they're to have any win in this next set.
You'd look at Spotters have used more of the team play than OBB, who have had to rely on a few players on their side. But then you look at Spotters with setter Akiteng Dorin using all her options. She has utilized the center position very well.
And even the attacking points, they had many attacks at the front and at the back. Definitely. You know, and it's exactly what you want. If you keep showing your opponent the same thing, then come on, they're going to mark you and they'll know exactly where you're going. Okay.
Now we have Spotters serving off this set. Nice court cover.
Hillary picks well. OBB blocks and receives. Point not made for OBB.
Setter is off.
And Renata goes for it. Whoa!
That goes to the chest. She brings that up.
Patricia picks that ball.
That was a nice try by OBB, but the reflexes didn't pay off.
Oh no, they didn't. It's 1 point for Spotters, and into the serving box is Akiteng. That means the setter is definitely out. Definitely. Which should be an advantage for OBB.
For OBB to utilize their blocks well.
Oopsie daisies, that reception won't get you anywhere, OBB.
It was a nice drive, and it pays off.
Patricia. It's like she was saying, standing back home, and the ball went all the way out.
I like how she knew that energy won't help in that game, and she chose to drive it just in the right spot.
Oh, yes. Well, now, serving for OBB is Akanyo Agnes Jr., if I should put it that way.
We have a 1-1 score.
Hillary picks, the reception is not so good. Free ball from Renata.
OBB will have to utilize this one.
Patricia picks.
Nice positioning by Patricia.
And back Hillary attacks it. Nice attack, by the way. Ball is still up. But what a block. Communication on OBB is lacking. It might cost them. Hillary picks up for Spotters. Whoa. Nice. Now that is the OBB I know.
They are back into the game.
Exactly. Renata goes.
Ball is still up.
Oh boy. Oh boy. She just needed to settle down and put that ball in.
She really would have thought wise for that ball.
But sometimes it takes a brain. Volleyball is not all about power and hitting balls.
Power.
No.
And so going up in the sky.
Hitting
balls.
Utilize
your power very well and the brain as well.
It is Comfort serving for...
Comfort in service for Spotters.
Yes. And she goes long and wide.
Well, the score is back to 2-2.
At that rate, they might not get what they want if they're serving all the balls off court.
Could it be the side that's affecting their services? Because we saw OBB serving the same exact services.
The side is not jinxed. There's nothing like that.
But of course, we'd look at it as the lucky side.
What the heck? Renata goes for the attack. Oh my God!
Nice, nice save by Patricia. And she fails to save that.
Her danger is something.
That was a nice dump by OBB.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant move.
Well, as we watch the game, Spotters is leading 3 points to 2 OBB. And the energy is high up there compared to the first set. And I think it's in one set right now. It's a service from Spotters. OBB comes in.
That's our 4 ball.
And Adija creates 4 balls, giving the point to Spotters.
Spotters are back into the lead with 2 points ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Now we have Tumwebaze back into the service. And she goes into the net.
Well, that is expected. Most times when you serve 2 good serves, the chances you might lose to that one.
That was a bit lazy from her. She pulled out the energy and it surely couldn't go past the net.
Things happen.
And things fall apart.
Oh, boy. Oh, baby serving.
It was very, very hard luck by OBB. I'd like to call that mother of all lucks. She is still in service for OBB.
And that is Hadija.
That's Hadija for you.
Comfort picks up the service. She attacks her on bad reception.
Ball is still up. That was a good play by Patricia.
Libero on OBB does the same thing.
Nice blocks by Renata. Ball is still up.
Well, that point goes for Hillary.
I felt like she gave up so early. She still had a few strides to the ball and she chose to pull back.
Safe is better than sorry because you wouldn't know if she'd hit the referee right there. So safe is better than sorry, definitely.
So she chose to play safe.
Oh, yeah. But I like how they're fighting. They finally come to the game.
They are now
and
into the game.
We go.
That was a very brilliant attack by Ikiring. Ikiring Sandra with that very hard kill on the Spotters court. Now we shall have Spotters going to the side out.
Comfort looks like she's struggling to look at that ball, see where it's coming from. Oh my God, what is
now
this?
Now we see
she
as a
puts
safe
it back
play.
in line.
A free ball for OBB, how they utilize this. And it already looked like a 4 ball thing.
Well.
Looked like it hit the upper belt.
Spotters still in the lead.
And now we have Akankunda Hillary serving off this rally. There's a bit of too much power.
You know, sometimes
from Hadija.
When you play, it's always, like the coaches always used to say, it's very, very important to know where you want to put that ball before you touch it. Very important. Touch it. Yes.
Place your eyes in the right spot. It was a nice dump.
Yes.
Hillary was clearly caught flat-footed. She couldn't go back for that ball.
It got Nunji and Akiteng all down. Now, you know that was a good point. When you have everyone else scrolling, yeah, that's a good point.
Now we have Ikiring Sandra serving for OBB.
That's a good
nice
service. Catch. Comfort comes through. She speaks quite easy. Blocked even.
I like how Comfort chose to go for the line while she was attacking this side.
You know, she's like a utility player. She'll be back and attacking. She'll be the front attacking. She'll be blocking. She'll literally do everything. You can count on her at any time.
Had luck that she found someone already waiting for her in the line.
Nonji with that service. Damn, girl. She has killed it. There's no recovery from that one. Well, I trust she will serve them for a while.
Definitely.
She has a good service, though.
Saidat Nunji still in the service for Spotters. Then Zambia side are in the lead by 3 points.
What a service. Woo, that was beautiful. Hillary saw that dump and whoopsie daisies. A point for Spotters.
Spotters still cementing their lead. The energies are already boiling. And now OBB really needed to calm down the pressure.
Well, they're feeling the heat. Yeah, the kitchen is getting hot a bit.
The kitchen is getting hot.
As Spotters is leading with 10. Those are 4 points ahead of OBB 6.
They're building the margin again once more.
Well, I mean, compared to how they played the first set, and you're looking at this set, I think they still have it. It's still theirs to win if they keep doing what they're doing, because they're defending quite well. They're fighting. They're not giving up that easy. And that is what you really, really need if you're going to move forward and take a set from your opponent, who seems to be, you know, I think, yeah, Spotters will get comfortable at some point.
Definitely. However much Violet Asio, the OBB libero, has failed to somehow bring the balls onto the net. She's keeping the receptions to herself, and that's not helping the setter utilize all her attacking positions.
True that.
Nice throw.
Okay, what does Spotters do? Comfort attacks that ball.
It was a solid block.
Oh, yeah.
It only didn't land on the right side of the court, but it was a solid one.
But she came through quite hard. That's the power in her hands, you know? Forcing their hands to fail to, you know, pin it down on her side.
To keep it on her side.
Noji serving for Spotters.
Serving her 4th ball consecutively.
Damn.
Ball is still up. Nice reflexes by Comfort. And she drops the ball on court. Damn. She went for the diagonal and she utilized it very,
I tell you,
very
Comfort
well.
plays with her brain. She's one of those players that is going to calculate her attack before she actually puts it there. If you look at how she's playing through and through.
And now we have a substitution by OBB taking off just number 13. Just number 13 coming on for 12. Now we have some new energy by OBB. Fast attack by OBB. Comfort once again. It was a deflection brought back by OBB. And there we go. Hillary waiting for OBB in the diagonal. They have made this count for themselves. And they are pushing their lead furthermore. 13-6 is the score. And we still have Saidat Nunji serving her 6th ball for Spotters.
Well,
Comfort has been a very brilliant run from her. She's still in service.
Well, you can say she's there because her team members are doing all that they're doing. And finally, she's out of that box. I think that's what OBB needed.
Definitely. They really needed to work hard just to take her out
but
of the service.
to stay in that serving box, you need to have a team that is really doing their part. Otherwise, you'll serve well, and you know they won't be able to, you know, back it up for you.
Back it up for you. Definitely, volleyball is a team sport, and that's what happens.
Finally, OBB serving. Hillary picks that ball. Comfort goes for the kill.
Nice attack by Comfort. It looked like someone was already waiting for her in the line. And without a deflection, she would either have gotten a PC or a ball up in the air.
Sure.
And now we have Akiteng Dorin, Spotters setter, in the serving box.
And that was a beautiful service. Okay, I think there's a problem communicating between the setter on OBB and her attackers, because they're not getting their balls in time.
And that's what I was talking about, the receptions themselves. I mean, if the balls are kept on the backcourt, you're definitely going to take off some attackers, and you're going to give your setter only 2 options or 1.
But as a setter, because you man the game, you man the team, if you know your receptions are not reaching, you move for them.
Move for them.
Exactly.
Just move on time.
Exactly. Comfort again.
It's time blocked.
And some netting by Spotters.
That was a 4 ball. Oh, wow.
I saw the net dancing. I thought that should be a net. And they were confused equally because they were wondering what happened.
Definitely.
OBB serving. Renata gives a lazy attack. OBB counters with power. Doesn't make a point. Comfort goes for the kill.
Ball is still up.
Patricia picks for Spotters. Whoa!
Ball is still up.
And that is...
It's a point for Spotters.
Renata getting that point for Spotters. Now these girls have played together, like I said before. Hillary, Comfort, Renata. So it makes the chemistry a lot easier for them to push through the game.
And I already like how Patricia has tried to position herself.
Now
throughout the
Patricia
game.
has years of experience.
But then the positioning is just wow. It's just on point. She's at the right spot for the right balls.
Did you hear the word experience?
That comes with the experience, of course.
I'm sure if you walk her out of bed, she would know exactly where to go. If you put her in the middle of her sleep, she would know exactly what to do.
Now we have Ikiring.
But you need such
Sandra
a player
coming back.
on the team because she's able to hold all these young players together. And,
Yeah.
you know, keep the energy going.
They definitely need someone to command them in the defense.
Hillary.
Ball is still up. It was Hillary Akankunda.
It was a net kiss attack. And, I mean, you wouldn't pick that ball.
She went for the line and it paid off.
I could understand for OBB, but oh boy, are they lagging behind?
16-10 is the score, and Spotters are in the service.
You know
6
what?
points ahead.
Yeah, Nunji's back to the front.
Are we back to where we left the first set?
Not yet, but almost. But look at that block for Spotters. That is really a long block. Let's see if OBB will make it across.
It's a nice cover by Spotters.
Hillary again.
She tried. She tried. She did her part. Just the effort was a bit low.
Oh, yeah.
She will need a bit of more effort to pull that serve off.
Well, Spotters is enjoying themselves because they're having a very easy win now.
They really are enjoying themselves. 7 points ahead.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice run for them.
Efforts.
By Comfort.
That is some good effort by Team Spotters. You know, they're having, I think, a great time serving. They haven't lost so many services in this set. And they're utilizing their attacks. So the setter is doing a great job. And clearly she's communicating with her attackers.
It is at this point you'd look at them and say all departments on their team are working just perfectly.
Systems. Whoa.
Nice weight by Hadija. Ball is still up.
Nice defense by
Setter is still
Nunji.
on.
And Renata is up. And
she goes
long.
wide. She could have done better than that.
Oh, yeah.
She had all the time to play a safe ball. But maybe she feared to give them a free ball. That would in turn hurt them.
Okay, was she aiming for her opponent, her colleague's hand or what?
Definitely she wasn't.
Well, that is Hadija failing to put the ball across to the opponent side and giving the point to Spotters, giving them a lead of 18 to OBB's 12. Spotters serving. And it's Renata in the box. It's a simple,
Nice
clean
reception.
service.
Setter Akiteng is off. And she'll go for a free ball. Hadija on the backcourt.
Patricia picks that ball. What a dump. Well, I know Akiteng for those dumps. Renata is up in the air. She's picked quite easy. Oh boy.
It was an aggressive one.
Praise.
Chidabo Grace. They really needed someone to break for them.
Oh yeah.
And Chidabo just did that.
Well, OBB is now serving.
OBB are back into the service line after a long 5 points run.
That was a bad reception, but will they make it out?
It's a 4 ball. It looked like a 4 ball.
Renata.
It goes wide.
You know, sometimes when that happens, a referee can hold back on calling. And, well,
Just to wait the action that comes after that. Oh,
they say the ref is the final man. And clearly,
they clearly are.
sometimes it's for the enjoyment of the game. If the game is going well, you don't need to blow and give them a chance. Oh, my. Oopsie daisies.
It was Sandra Ikiring.
That one happened. That's exactly what happens when you don't contact your ball and you choose to finger it, because then you have no control over that ball.
Talking about the referee being the final final man to make the calls. We have referee Malay, a very senior official.
Good eyes from Renata. She almost touched that ball and was going out.
That was a nice judgment from her.
Good eyes, quick eyes.
Hilary Akankunda, just number 10, serving for Sports. Nice back set.
And that comes from Sandra
Ikiring. They are trying to close in the gap. And that's OBB for you. The OBB ladies, the orange blockbusters.
And the service for OBB. Received ball by Spotters. Whoa, what an attack. And Spotters gets the point, giving them exactly 21 against 15 for OBB.
Spotters are into the final 5 points of the match.
Nunji is in the service box, but unfortunately called out. But you know, there's something I'm liking about this game is the fact that when you see the energy you put in right from the start and the technique, it pays off. Well, we can't say that OBB is not doing the best they're doing. They're doing, and they still have a lot to do. But looking at the advantage Spotters has for some very old experienced players and players who have also, you know, been together, and you look at the young players, the Renatas, the Comfort, it says a lot because it takes the chemistry and the experience, the maturity of Akitan and Patricia to make sure that this game goes the way they want it. They have a comfort game. Well, I'm not saying OBB won't take it.
They are really having the best time of the game. That's for Spotters. And OBB have been trailing since the game started, and they are still trailing. They are yet to get ahead.
But they are fighting, so maybe
they are clearly fighting. And we've seen a change in their way of attack and court cover ever since we had Olivia off the court.
Oh yeah. What I'm seeing is more of the young, new players of OBB actually together, because that goes saying that they've played together for a while, so they need that chemistry to communicate, though they're having communication problems clearly.
But that's something they need. It was an attempted dump, but it didn't make it past the net. And it's a point for Spotters.
She tried to be smart about it and switch the arm, but
she really tried. And that's only a quarter of the attempts she had to use the left arm. I don't know how she's trying to pull that off. Another dump by OBB.
They're going to pay for it. Wait for it. Watch it.
Nice set.
There it is.
Ball is still up. Another free ball.
Wait for it.
Another free ball from Spotters now. OBB. Almost a 4 balls, but it makes it past the net.
Don't you just love girls' games?
And now we come to the best part of girls' games, and that's the services.
Well, yes. I've often heard guys complain that when a girl serves you, it's hard to pick the ball.
Definitely. Personally, I've had to face girls serve against me, and oh my God. If you find a girl that knows how to serve, they are clearly going to have the best time on you.
Unfortunately, Namwanje has said the opposite. She's literally failed to put the ball across the net.
And now we shall have Akiteng Dorin in service for Spotters to serve their set point. They are on their way to win their second set of the game.
That's a smart one. And the set is closed in. This has been a very comfortable win for Spotters. They have everything going for them, for the service, the attacks. Their reception is literally on, like every other reception. They made actually very few technical errors, like very few, and done in the next few minutes.
What I've liked about the second set is we've seen very few unforced errors. Both teams have tried to limit on their errors, and we've seen more of the attacks from both sides. Those OBBs have still lost the second set, but you can never say never. They can
True.
still come back into the game and try to win this for themselves.
It is the game of volleyball.
Surely it is. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back into the clash between Spotters ladies versus the Orange Blockbusters ladies from Iganga. We are in what could turn out to be the final set of the match, as Spotters is already leading by 2 sets. 2-0 is the score. Rather, 2-0 is the set score. And now we have OBB starting in the service. They will serve off this set and hopefully they can make sense out of it. This is a set they will want to get back into the game. And that's it, the first service of the Larry goes in the net from OBB.
It's very sad because they really need the set to make a change, any kind of change. And they're not going to do that by losing the services. But let's see, Spotters teach them how to do it without kitting in the serving box.
And definitely that's not the kind of energy you'd want to get into for a game you want that bad.
Now that's how you serve.
No, I meant for OBB serving in the net for their first point. Nice reaction by Spotters.
Comfort doing what she's been doing so far. She hasn't changed her energy, it's the same.
Still getting comfortable into the game. She's riding. She's riding.
Stop riding her name, dude. Ali.
And now we have Akiteng Dorin in the service for Spotters.
Serving again.
They are already in the lead, 2-0.
Oh my God. Okay, this is very bad communication from OBB. Knocking the libero, that is...
Take a look at the distance between her and the service line.
Okay.
Just look at the distance between Akiteng and the service line.
I think the way OBB is standing, the positioning is costing them to pick well. And there we go. Praise is failing to put the ball up.
They are yet to win us a point. They are yet to win a set, and they are yet to win a point in this game. Rather, in this set.
Akiteng serving for the 5th time.
Just look at the distance between her and the service line. She gives herself enough time and the right distance to put the right energy on.
Well, it's a very bad start for OBB.
A terrible start it is. 5-0, but there is still a chance to come back. And that will be, of course, in the next games.
Even in this set. Never say never.
And don't you forget, the playoffs will be played in the best of 3 series. So whoever loses today could still have a chance to come back in the next two games.
Yes, it's best of 3.
The best of 3.
And that simply means you take 2 home, you haven't.
And now I clearly see Spotters coming with the same energy back into the next game. And that will be terrible for OBB, who have just called their first time out of the game.
Well, Coach Soitas is not happy. You can see his body language trying to put a point in there for them to pick one good ball, because clearly the reception has refused. Akiteng is still in the serving box. That means they're failing to pick her balls.
It would really be weird for Coach Soita to be happy at such a point. You are losing by 5 points. You're trailing by 5 points rather.
Well, they seem to have listened. Let's see if they'll deliver.
Nice back set. Now let's see Spotters' reaction. As a net call.
Unfortunately,
net call by center referee Malay.
A DJ touched the net.
6-0 is the score, and Spotters are ahead. The first set was different from the second set, and the third set is proving to be very different from the second set.
The body language looks like they've gone to a slaughterhouse, but I think they can finally breathe now that Akiteng has put her ball
for them. 5 balls. Net. Oh my. 5 balls.
It was meant to happen, man. You can't serve all that long balls, man.
5 balls.
At some point, the hand gets tired and you won't have the same consistency.
Definitely.
Service for OBB.
Now we have Adija serving for OBB.
Turn it into a point.
Blockbusters.
Oh, what an angle.
Up. Free ball. Let's see how Spotters utilize this one. An attacking 2.
Nice save. Good play.
Comfort. Ball is still up. Nice cross set. It fails. Ball is still up for Spotters.
At it. Now it looks like a ping pong game right now.
It definitely is. That's been one hell of a long rally.
Finally, goes to OBB.
Spotters needed to take that breather. They have been worked. OBB trying to chase down the score. They are trailing by 4 points now.
Well, Maureen managed to sneak that point in, and it's what they needed. See if they can pull the energy up again.
Renata, that's it.
Oh, don't you just love that attack?
She gave herself the right timing. I mean, the jump was just on point.
It's really nice to see someone grow into the game, watch the attack, and really hang in there and
just execute at the right time.
Comfort serves. Wow, there goes the service. Yoo-hoo! Oh, boy.
Chirabo, she had all the time to raise that ball high.
What can this girl do? She can serve, she can attack, she can receive. Comfort. Serving again for
definitely
Spotters.
The versatile player you will need on your team.
Let's see if the service will be as good as the other one, but I think it will be. And there it is again. Oh, boy.
A wide attack. Too much power on the ball by Chirabo. That was way, way too much power.
Oh, yeah.
Spotters are 7 points ahead, and we have Comfort.
Still serving.
Still serving. Wow.
And well, her service is not what they want because it's good and they're failing to pick it. But they had better organize themselves and have at least one pick. Oh boy. Okay. Renata comes in.
It was a 4 ball.
Oh yes.
Clearly not the challenge Spotters expected in OBB, but of course they will take that as their advantage as they go into the next stage of the competition. They are 6 points ahead, but OBB on the service at the moment. Nice set by Akiteng.
That's a good.
Ball is still up. 4 balls. Well, the referee didn't see that. Hilary
goes for that attack, but she doesn't get a point yet. Patricia serves that ball. Hilary tries again, and she gets it.
Well, I think that was a deflection on the net.
She didn't expect it to go across.
She didn't expect that.
Luck
but
there.
Well, that's a hard luck. Now you have Spotters in the service with 10 points against 3 for OBB, who are in the side out at the moment.
Well, the reception is costing them.
It really is off.
They give a free ball to Spotters. Nonji's at the front.
1-on-1. That's a net. A net foul by OBB.
Now they need to be careful because Nonji is back to the center, and boy, can she kill those center balls.
She's back into her best position.
Oh, yes.
And she'll want to kill them at every chance she'll get.
Oh, she definitely is. My God, what a service. There was a
nice
really flat
reception
one.
by Chirabo. Ikirin goes for the dump. And they'll have to pay for that. Well, another net foul.
And that is caused by Chirabo.
Chirabo?
Yes. Chirabo praise. That's just a 7.
9 points ahead it is. We saw something similar in the first set, and we know how it ended.
I think they're now broken because they're not communicating and they're failing to pick a ball. You cannot attack if you have no ball up there for you.
Nice energy by Chirabo.
And Renata goes again, finding someone's hands.
What was that?
Hadija.
I think it just caught her off guard. She really didn't see the ball coming her way.
Well, their body language is switched off totally. This looks like a goner.
It really does look like it. 10 points ahead is not something you just wake up and close in. It was a carry.
There's no way you're going to play with your body down like that. Look at Hadija, for example.
And now OBB doing what we just talked about in the second set. They try to limit their errors, and now there are just so many errors in this set for OBB, and it has cost them a lot.
Well, this has been a walk in the park for
Spotters. Definitely
yes.
It has been. They are ahead by 11 points. What a margin. And the gap goes on and on. Are we about to see OBB losing this below 5? Could you see that coming?
No. I don't think it will be a below 5. Maybe they'll make it to double figures. I know them for fighting, their fighting spirit. They just need to have probably a timeout and maybe have a team talk a bit.
And it's quite surprising how Coach Soita is here to call for a timeout.
There it is. He knows his players, and they've made the break they need.
Now let's see how they utilize the break.
Maureen has gone to the service box for OBB.
Maureen Mwamula.
Well, she has some good services.
Part of the trio that came from Ndeje, from the Ndeje Elites. Now she's making her move to serve, and it goes on comfort.
Well, it's not a good reception.
And there we go. Hilary tried to go for the line, but it found Mwamula Maureen in the line. And now it's a service for Spotters.
At 16 points to OBB's 4 points.
12 points ahead. The gap goes on and on.
Renata is in the serving box.
It is a huge margin for OBB, and they will need more than what they are doing to get back into the game.
Whoa, that's
nice
a
play
smart
by
set.
Sandra Ikirin. Deflection. Ball is still up. Sandra Ikiring.
Nailing
She
it.
goes for the corner in 5.
She was like, go, I need this point. And it did pay off.
That's the kind of energy you should be playing with.
Well, they
while
made it
trailing.
to 5, so I think they'll make it to double figures.
Surprising how we all want OBB to just make it to the double figures.
It's not just one, it's kind of embarrassing too. Not to
For
make it
national club champions to lose below 10.
But the
Now-
beauty about it, having 3 games to go, as in they have 2 more to go, they have a chance, you know,
To go back home and rebuild.
exactly, to look for where they made the errors. Sport is surely taking this one, but unfortunately that service from
Serves
Hillary,
out.
it looks like a cow crossing the road, not bothered. So off.
Very off.
Well, it's a service for OBB, and we're going to
Chirabo.
have Chirabo serve for them. Patricia comes in and does her job quite well. Comfort is blocked, but ball is not down. Goes again, and finally makes it.
Nice try in the blocks for OBB, but Comfort manages to find her way just through the blocks.
The power.
The power.
The caposho. Well, we say volleyball is not about the power, but trust me, at some point you need the power.
At some point you will need the power. It
Oh,
comes in
yes.
handy.
Nunji serves beautifully. Maureen comes back in.
It's a
Nunji
collision.
sets that ball. There are communication issues on both sides now. Whoa!
But there have been less on the Sporters side. Have Renata dumping that. It was
Maureen
a high
picks.
dump.
Okay.
Ball is still up.
You don't dump like
That's
that.
a double.
If you're going
double
to dump
touch.
your opponent and you're going to slow motion that dump, believe me, you.
Definitely going to just put you up in the sky.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we have a very, very interesting clash coming right after this one. And that will be the Sporters men coming on to face OBB. We are waiting to see if the OBB men will try and revenge for their ladies. Because clearly this has not been a very good game for the Iganga girls. They're seriously going to have a long way back home.
Akiteki is back in the serving box, and she's serving beautifully.
Nice back set. She fails to utilize that. But there were 2 blocks already waiting for her.
But even at the point where she picked that ball to dump it, the angles. You
The
want to
angle
dump
was
that ball,
very
it
off.
needs to be in your reach, Kabisa.
Now Sporters have hit the 20-point mark, and now they make a substitution.
I think they're bringing on the block. Look at that block. Renata Comfort.
And now we also have OBB doing the block, rather a substitution.
And that goes to Chebet Nancy. I think trying to serve first now.
Now this
But it's all
will be
gone.
their first. This will be her first debut. Rather, it will be her debut for the team.
No, she played earlier and got off.
She did.
But she has done that job well. She has
That's
done
a
that
high
ball.
dump. Sporters had the chance to pull that off, but they were a bit slow and sluggish.
Well, finally, there might be some changes with Maureen and Chebet playing together. That is really good at the front there.
Yeah, that's a nice combination between Chebet and Mori.
Yes.
Let's see how much they can do for their team.
Well, they're having an issue with positioning. And who's serving next? And finally, Hadija goes to serve for OBB. So will they make it to the double figures or not? We're yet to see.
Well, they are 2 points away, and Sporters still have a long way to take the set. That's 4 points to win the set. Definitely OBB will make it to the double figures. I can see that coming.
But you don't think they'll make it 25?
No, they won't.
Renata!
They definitely won't.
Now she just attack that ball like a man. That is how you got it.
Like a man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Fearless. Powerful.
Fearless.
And get your point home. Comfort in the serving
She
box.
saw the
for-
blocks and she clearly saw how much energy she needed to put in that power.
It's good energy. Comfort serving for spotters, and it's a beautiful service.
That was almost out. Poor judgment by Hadija.
Whoa. What is Chebet doing to these girls?
Clearly
that is called experience.
That change they really needed for this game.
She's smiling while walking away. Now that is good.
They really will need to get back into the game as quick as possible.
Saying that's how you do it. Yeah.
And now we can see
another one.
We can see the double figures getting closer and closer.
Chebet serving for our OBB.
And now we can't wait for OBB to beat our expectations, just to make it past the 15-point mark.
Hillary says, take that one.
And that's for you.
Yes. Giving Spotters 22 points to against OBB's 9.
Chebet goes off for the libero. Now we have Saidat Nunji coming off for Tumukunde Doretta.
Wow. Look at that height there. For Spotters at the
Now we have Akanyo Agnes in the service for
another beautiful
Spotters.
Well, she's a beautiful player, but that was an ugly serve.
Well, such a service caught very many fans off guard. I mean, some of them were even up in the sky celebrating their win. OBB have made it to the 10-figure, rather to the 2-figure points.
Unfortunately, they couldn't stay in the serving box, and the ball is back to Spotters with Renata serving.
Renata in the service.
Oh, what an ace. It's a beautiful one.
That's a terrible reception by Violet, the OBB libero.
And Renata is enjoying herself. If she can serve it again like that.
She's having the set point, and that's very majestic for her, as she gets to carry Spotters into the win of the first game of the playoffs.
Oh boy.
She serves that in the net.
Oh boy.
They clearly maybe want to finish this in style. They
but you don't serve like that. Don't have to do a service. Hell no.
But they want to finish it in style. They want an attack to finish the game.
Oh, come on.
They are now on their offense.
OBB at 11
as
points.
OBB prepare to take on the defense.
Hillary picks for Spotters.
And there we go. That's how you finish a game. That's how you finish a game.
It doesn't matter whether you contact it right or wrong, as long as it makes a point.
As long as you make the point.
And
there we go.
Win for Spotters.
Spotters have won the first tie, and that is in the 3-game clash.
Oh my God, that's
They win
beautiful.
this in straight sets, and they are on their way to securing their first spot in the finals of the National Volleyball League playoffs.
Yes, I'm yet to see them play their other games, but looking at the experience, like I said before, having players who played together before is good. The chemistry is there. And having some old players with years of experience helps bridge that up. The energy was on point. The attacks on the services were just beautiful. Unfortunate for OBB, this last set they could barely receive. And you cannot play volleyball if you can't pick a ball. I mean, what are you going to attack if you can't pick?
Definitely.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
they need a lot to change. They literally have to sit down and make their mistakes amended, work on them.
OBB will definitely need to go back to the Shukran camp, sit down, regroup, and come back for the next game. And that will be happening 2 weeks from now. And coming up next, we shall have Spotters men coming on to take on OBB men.
And what a game to look out for.
That's a game to look out for as we wait to see if OBB will try and revenge for their ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun having you, and we can't wait to have you in the next game as well. We hope you enjoy the commentary and the match as well, as much as we did.
Musubika, what a game. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so great. I'm excited that we've had our first win in the semi-finals.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
Well, I saw you put blood and sweat on that floor, but wasn't it an easy win for you, you think?
It wasn't that easy, but I think that the ladies had to do their best. We served well.
Yeah, that is true.
The cover was a bit shaky, but we would at least touch.
Yes.
Some other person touch and the ball goes up.
Yes.
And I think there was a problem with the ladies the other side.
Oh yeah, true. That's why I said it was quite an easy one for you. I walk in the park. But what do you take from this game and what do we expect in the next game?
We are just going to train so hard so that we have our second win and qualify for finals. And I'll be so grateful that we qualify at least, I think for the first time, for the time I've played volleyball and in particular for Sportes.
Yes.
We've qualified for playoffs, but we've ended on semi-finals and we have played third place always.
So you badly need
Yes,
this
we
win.
badly need to win our second game
Yeah.
so that we can qualify for finals.
Well, based on the experience that you're talking about, definitely you're helping bridge the girls. I've seen the young girls, they've been on the under-18 team, talking about Comfort, Renata, Hillary, because as their manager, back then I was thinking, oh my God, having you, that was really a good blend. And Akiteng and Nunji, that is really good chemistry. And if you guys keep going the way you're going, I'm sure you'll definitely get to the finals and probably, God, who knows?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very grateful to the ladies because everyone put in their best to see that we win this game. I told them before we entered, I told them, ladies, let's go, let's relax, let's go and play our best. You know where you can play best. Do that. If they give you a ball, do not fault on this ball. Make yourself proud, make us proud, you know. I kept pushing them and indeed, they literally made me proud. I am very proud of everyone who has played and I thank God that we've won.
And that is what a libero does. They're like a motherhead. Well, thank you so much, Patricia. We're here to say game.
Thank you so much.
And have a beautiful evening.
Thank you. And I wish our boys the best. And they should win also. You know, sleeping well, we should all win. You know, when you lose, you do not have sleep. Especially when the boys lose, we are like, okay, what happened? You know? So I wish them the best. And
all right.
I think they are good than this other side.
Well, that's what you think. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. And right now, as you are watching, that was Patricia, libero for the Sports team, ladies. But right now, the next action is Sports men and OBB men, the Orange Blockbusters. They are warming up and ready to fire up. Just stay right here and catch this game with us. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Cheer up. You played well. Nonetheless, it didn't go your way. Come on. Asandra,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
Somehow bad for the loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what is your plan for the next game? Because you still have a chance to revive yourselves and win this.
Yeah, for the next game we still have a chance and I have strong hopes that we shall win that game. For the reason being, maybe it wasn't our day.
Well, looking at your face, clearly you had planned this game. What went wrong?
Surely we had planned for it.
Yeah.
But then things refused, the reception refused.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the tossing and some of our players got injured on the last day of training. So which disorganized us a bit. But still we have strong hopes. We shall organize ourselves and play the next game very well.
All right. All the best in the next game.
Thank you so much.
All right. A good evening.
Good evening.